Ghana is a small but very dynamic, independent African state.
We should never forget that our duty is to lead Ghana out of the mess.
NPP Road to 2024.
Exclusive on Pinax TV.
Okay, yeah, the details be bremo say leak take be abana leak take nearby no IGP and Bugina both together with other top police officers are not more cast no IGP why you too rigid, why you too kunkun into no send why you rigid no Emma MPP for omuntimi win election because opeso here no so no kwan e kronkron here. He's the Caesar, he's the righteous one. And leak tape no I could see say or see IGP dampare if you are there so the committee in parliament almost in some way they thought it wise said to be better say those identified in the leak tape to come out and explain, because if this is true then it means it is a ground that bit media general so I can say MPP is already conspiring with others to rig the 2024 elections. Today, committee also about parliament and Raswe Koye. The main person Okanwa, who was identified in the leak tape from Mr. Alex and who on the screens or one police officer no suit no near to no so on church na in there no and all the details we bring out to try. In fact, we are living on a time bomb, but in some way no video ni bibia wo nti yenko ni nkuti nsem e call so ye ba e be more details of all of this
with Chief Buri Nabu. Now I want you to tell this committee and be very candid. What did you discuss with Chief Buri Nabu when you met him?
Honorable Chair, I've met Chief Buri Nabu 4 times and discussed so many issues, most of them private matters, which I'm not ready to say it in public because we don't intend to bring it to public.
You see, Commissioner Mensah, a tape was played to your hearing at the commencement of the committee's proceedings, and the issues raised therein border on you having a discussion with Mr. Buri Nabu with the view to having the IGP removed on grounds that the said IGP's continuous stay in office will not inure to the current ruling party in the upcoming 2024 elections. That is the crux of the audio which was played to your hearing, and in fact in one of your meetings with Buri Nabu, the 4, those matters were discussed. Is that correct?
Mr. Chair, that is not wholly correct.
Okay, you want to come in?
Oh, what is wholly correct? What would you admit as correct? Tell us.
Mr. Chair, what I admit as correct is that I had a meeting with Mr. Buri Nabu, but we didn't have any plan to remove the IGP because I don't remove IGP and I don't appoint IGP.
Commissioner Mensah, you just said before the chairman came in that part of what was played to your hearing is true. can you tell us which aspects of what you heard on audio is true to you?
Mr. Chair, I said the audio that I listened here today is edited version of the conversations that we had. And because of that, wholly, this audio that we listened is not genuine.
You see, you use words like holy. It means that there is an aspect. You are very educated, a lawyer, a chartered accountant. Yes. So when you use the word holy, it means that an aspect of the tape is genuine. And I want to know from you which aspect of the tape is genuine.
Mr. Chairman, as I sit here, if I can tell you from first minute to the last minute of all those things that was in the audio, for me to reproduce to you what is genuine and what is not genuine, then I'll be lying.
Commissioner, you are on oath. This committee is tasked to establish the truth or otherwise of what is contained in that tape. You have told the committee that the tape that was played to your hearing is not wholly accurate. You engaged Chief Bugri Nabu in that conversation. I'm asking you humbly to tell this committee which aspects of the tape are genuine and which aspects are not genuine for this committee to decipher the truth. Please.
Mr. Chair, you know, that was why my counsels were asking for us to get the recorded audio for us to go and study before we come and answer questions. As I said, as I sit here, if I tell you that I will recollect everything that was said in the audio, then I will be lying.
I'll play back, Commissioner, I'll play back some aspects of the audio, and so that you pay attention and then you will not be lost at all as to what we're trying to do. So do I have the benefit of the audio guy here so that we'll be able to play some aspects? We should play these aspects. I've marked some of them.
You are watching a GTV live event.
No, people, they don't take their time and do it themselves. And when they do it later, they regret. So, I was asked to be very careful because this is what they thought was good. It's about like a century back. Corruption committing such and I also told the other time, you know, such issue, we don't just use it for contact and nature spirit. Lato, I was doing that because in one retirement, maybe from the possible by the man to me that it doesn't matter. See, you are physical, you are okay, but you're confident to work for the good, take power, that's one of the try and I know that comes in that direction of very crucial. Why you are. My only problem, I was in that current IGP. If we make a mistake in taking elections, we take him to the elections to not help us. To not help us at all. And I will not even mind if the position is not given to me, but that man is changed. Because we will not help him. We will not help him at all. At all. We will help the party. We will not help some people to rest. We will help the party at all. I know there are others who are also looking for this position. If I don't get this man is changed, and those people that we think they are our men, yes, I'll do, I will not be, I will still have it. Because we need to break this gate. That is the most important. We need to break the gate. We need to break the gate. That's true. Because I wouldn't want Doctor to come. They come, and then we need the elections. What happened? But hey, no, give me the position, leave it. Well, this IGP is not correct. He won't help us. And like you have done politics, you know, elections is not just. Sometimes elections mafia work is inside.
No, not sometimes. I'm just about that one. Mafia work is inside, not on sometimes. It's not sometimes, it is.
And this man sitting down up there will not help our party to do anything.
Become a party who give you IGP.
He will not. Look at this assaying off. Now, every police officer who are saying off now, including all the big men in Africa, before all books are saying off. What are they going to do? So I don't have policemen will be there. So how do we do migration? How do we
the big man himself 2 times. Last time was last Sunday. We should start today traveling. Do it. Same thing, you can't do it alone. You get some people not immediately from the place, but some people who are working the job in that level. They don't take their time. do it themselves. When they do it later, they regret. Hey, that is you are in the, we call you for Sam.
We want to give somebody time.
Yes, you must be there time.
We'll be waiting for you.
Yeah. Since we met in the small season, we haven't met.
Yes, we met.
Yes, it's true. Well, our discussing Commander also came, Asari. And now was even thinking that he was coming for different person. You know that the whole person alive. That's the whole, that's good. Well, I have went far. That's actually, you are not the only one. Because there's another, 2 other people are also working. And including a woman. So, since you have that back, the big man himself 1 2 times. Last time was last Sunday. We should say today traveling. You do it. You can't do it alone. You get some people not immediately from the place, but some people who are working the job with them. They don't take their time in doing themselves. And when they do it later, they regret. So, I was asked to be very careful because this is what they thought was good. It's not like a century back. Committing such and I also told you the other time, you know, such issue, we don't just use it for contact and we need some spirit. Like I was doing that because you run retirement, maybe from the possible by the man to me that it doesn't matter. See, you have your physical, your emotional, but you're confident to work for it. Take power. And so you can go with the
heavy matter that this current IGP, if we make the mistake in taking elections, take him to the elections, to not help us. It will not help us at all. And I will not even mind if the position is not given to me, but that man is changed. Because we will not compromise. We will not compromise at all. At all. We will help the party. We will not help some people to rest. We will help the party at all. I know there are others, so.
Yes. Commissioner, do you deny the conversation in which you speak and Chief Bugrinabu also speaks, and then you speak and Chief Bugrinabu speaks? Do you deny this flow of this conversation?
The chairman, I think, as I said, I hear a voice that represents my voice, but I can't accept everything in the conversation.
See, in true candor and counsel, I want you to pay attention to this. See, when you say that a voice represents your voice, what do you mean? Is it your voice or is it not your voice? You see, because what you are attempting to say is that somebody is faking your voice, or the conversation is improvised. That's a very dangerous territory. So, counsel, I crave your kind indulgence. I'm not trying to set him up, but it's as simple as that. Now, my question again. In true candor, the flow of the conversation is that Chief Bugrinabu speaks and you also speak, and there's a flow like that. Do you deny this flow of the conversation?
Chairman, I will not deny the flow. That when he speaks, I also speak. I will not deny the flow.
You see, would you also admit that nobody in this flow is attempting to improvise your voice?
Chairman, please come again.
I'm saying that you have admitted the flow that Chief Bugrinabu speaks and you speak. And I'm saying that would you also want to admit that in this flow of the conversation, there's nobody or there's nothing which is like they improvise, some trying to improvise your voice, somebody trying to fake your voice. It's a natural flow of your voice. Is that not so?
Mr. Chairman, I said it here and I'm going to repeat it. I said this tape is an edited version.
I agree that you have said it already.
Yes.
You see, so counsel, your brother Atatia, I'm trying to, because you said you were a lawyer, I'm very excited. Fine. That is your position. That this is not the full, tape. It's a tape which has been edited by your perspective. Nevertheless, counsel, listen to me carefully. You could hear an uninterrupted flow, a logical conversation. Chief Boogie Nabu speaks, and then you also will speak in direct response, and he speaks, and then you will speak. The only difference is that he was very terse with his, what he's saying, but you did a lot.